Hey guys, I hope everybody's doing amazing, having an amazing evening, guys. I know we are living in some unpredictable times, and I've been coming to you lately giving you updates on just how to stay on top of everything that is happening in your life, in your business, in your world as it relates to this coronavirus. And with me being a business coach, I couldn't miss the opportunity to help you guys understand how to keep your money flowing even when you are in turbulent times like right now. You know, there's a lot of stress involved in nowadays current situation because just to be honest, as a world, as a group, as a people, we've never been here. This is the first time for us. So if you want to be community minded, go ahead and share this broadcast. Go ahead and invite other people because I'm sure everybody's asking the same question. You know, what's going to happen with my job? If you have a business, what's going to happen with my business? You know, restaurants are shutting down every 5 minutes. Gyms are shutting down. Places where people would normally gather publicly, hey, Marissa, are shutting down. So tonight I come to answer your question. How do I keep my money flowing? Now, there's good news and bad news. The bad news is that people are getting sick and people are dying. That's the bad news. The good news is that whenever there's a problem, millionaires will be made. I want you guys to understand that. I'm telling everybody around me to get your money goggles and put them on. Look for problems that you can solve yourself and make money from it. That is not being opportunistic. That's being able to feed your family in a crisis. That's you being able to make extra money to cover some of the money you may or may not get paid at your job. If you know anybody impacted by this coronavirus, I need you to start tagging people. I need you to start sharing this broadcast. Don't be the person that, because you didn't share a community message, somebody went without an opportunity to make money. You may not need extra money. You may not be concerned about your job shutting down. You may not be concerned about your business being able to make it through this, but a lot of people are. And with that being said, if you want to truly be community, share the broadcast so that other people can understand how to keep their money flowing. You can't sit back and wait on the government. Can I tell you guys a quick story? Somebody say story time. Hashtag story time in the chat. There's a great book that we read in corporate America called Who Moved My Cheese? Bear with me now. And the story is the story of two mice who every day they were well fed. I'm going to tell you this story as you share the broadcast. Once you've shared, make sure you hashtag shared in the chat so I can know who to thank for being community minded and sharing, okay? But there were these two mice, and they were used to being well fed without having to do any work. And every day they would go to the same place and their food would just be there. No questions asked. And that was a lot of us. We were used to going to our jobs and the money would just be there. We were used to going online and the money would just be there. We were used to running our businesses and the money would just be there. So one day they showed up and the cheese had moved. And so the first day the cheese moved, they said, oh, well, we'll come back tomorrow. Maybe the cheese will be back. But they came back the next day and the cheese was still not back. So they said, okay, well, we'll come back another day. Next day, cheese was still not back. And that was a lot of us. When they first started talking about this virus, a lot of us were like, okay, well, it's just impacting them. It's not really impacting me right now. So I'll just sit here and wait. And so And about 5 days after the cheese disappeared, one mouse said, look, I don't know if the cheese is coming back or not, but I cannot sit here and starve. I'm going to go look for more cheese. If you're an entrepreneur right now, you should be on the hunt for more cheese. If you're an employee right now, somebody type in the chat hunting. I want to know who's on the hunt for more revenue. I want to know who's on the hunt to keep their money flowing. I want to know who's on the hunt for new opportunities. I want to know which of you mice will not starve because your current opportunity dried up. I want to know who's with me on the hunt. And let me tell you why that's so critical. Because when you're on the hunt, thank you, Jennifer, for being on the hunt with me. When you're on the hunt, you want people surrounded by you that are hunting too. Thank you, Dion, for being on the hunt with me. See, what I won't do is allow a situation to starve me or my family. Do you guys realize how serious this is? Marissa say, I'm hunting because my customers are calling and canceling, but I'm still looking for new ways to make money. So if you're still hunting, go ahead and type hunting in the chat, because what I refuse to do is let my family down. What I refuse to do is lower my standard of living. I've become accustomed to some things. And with that being said, I want to introduce you to some ways to make more money and to keep your money flowing. How many of you have made money, ever made money, listening to what I told you to do? Go ahead and type me in the chat. How many of you have ever made money of any kind by doing something that I advised you do? Go ahead and type me in the chat. I'm saying that for the people that don't know me. I want them to understand that when I talk to you about money, come on, Latasha Medlock said I'm in the hunt. When I talk to you about money, I know what I'm talking about. When I talk to you about how to make money, I know what I'm talking about. When I share opportunities with you, I know what I'm talking about. When I tell you what's next, I know what I'm talking about. So if you've ever made any money by listening to me, go ahead and type me in the chat and see. Some of you may be brand new. Some of you may have been listening. Some of you have been listening to me for years, right, Medina? Right, Marissa? So I want to show you that I'm here not to play with you, but to introduce you to something that may save your family. So let's talk about, and if you haven't shared this broadcast, because again, we are a community in crisis. And what that means is that everybody, even if you didn't type that you're hunting for new money tonight, before this is over with, I promise you, you're going to be impacted in some ways that are going to leave you hunting for new opportunities. If you guys want to get my free list of social media resources, tools you can use to grow your money, go to www.danielewinningham.com and click on 7-Figure Social Media to download my free list. Everybody's always asking me, Coach, what tools do you use to make money online? This is my list of free tools. So I suggest you go grab it. So listen, number one, you need to not only look for and be open to new opportunities, but you also have to ask questions. Listen to what I'm saying. This is the time where you can't afford to pass over opportunities to make money. Now, every opportunity may not be a good opportunity for you, which is why you need to not only look and be open, but you've got to ask questions. Now, I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt that everything I've told you guys in the past about social media and about it being imperative to our commerce is coming to a head right now. How many of you guys believe that? I saw a gym owner online earlier talking about closing his gym. And I thought, my God, Dion Murphy, help him create a virtual gym. I seen Michael Blackston talking about not being able to do comedy sets. And I said, my God, Michael, take my virtual events masterclass. Keep doing stuff online. See, what you got to realize is that social distancing doesn't stop the world. Social distancing means people are still going to have the same needs. We just got to keep our distance. And the one answer to that is the internet, it's social media. So you guys have to not only look and be open to new opportunities, you got to be okay with asking questions. Now I'm going to ask you guys a question. How many people do you know that need social media? I just want to know, how many people do you know on average that need to be more consistent on their social media, that need to expand their social media to LinkedIn and Twitter? They need to be consistent on Facebook. How many people do you know? Just put a number in the chat. Because I want to show you something tonight that's not only going to help you do that, it's going to help the other people you know do that, and it's going to help you make money at the same time. We've gotten to the point where social media is not optional. We are at the point where using and understanding the internet is no longer optional. We are at the point that in order for you to be successful, you've got to master some parts of the internet. You can either go the hard road or you can go the easy road. And I'm going to show you tonight how to master the internet in just a few steps. Toity says she knows 20 plus people. She's a salon owner. So what happens when people can't come to your salon? You've got to find another way to make money. You can't just sit still and say, I'm going to be okay. So the first thing you got to do is look and be open to new opportunities. You got to ask questions. Number two, you've got to expand your territory. How many of you are not consistent on LinkedIn, not consistent on Twitter, and not consistent on Facebook? Can we just be honest? I'm going to wait on that. I'm going to wait on that. How many of you, if you were brutally honest, could be honest to say, look, coach, I'm not consistent on Facebook. I'm not consistent on LinkedIn. I'm not consistent on Twitter. How many of you could say that without a shadow of a doubt? Because see, what I want you guys to realize is that your inconsistency at this point, it's not an option for you. It's not an option for you to be inconsistent, because this internet, this social media is going to be one of your only options in terms of getting business, in terms of networking, in terms of people knowing what you do. Do you guys understand that it is going to be critical for people to not only know what you do,
welcome everybody to Thursday night,
but also to know how to get in touch with you, to know how to connect with you. And you're not going to be able to do it the old way. So you got to be willing to learn something new. And I want to show you something in just a minute. Tori said, including myself, I have to stop procrastinating because I've been sitting on a gold mine. Hold on, I'm trying to get my video queued up. So let me go back. So we're talking about how to keep your money flowing. Number one, you got to look and be open to new opportunities. You got to ask questions. Number two, you got to expand your territory. There's this book I'm reading called The Wealthy Gardener. And in The Wealthy Gardener, he talks about how the majority of people only have about a fourth of their garden planted. So if you only go to work, that's a fourth of your garden. If you only have one stream of income in your business, that's a fourth of your garden. So think about what you're doing now and think about how different your life would be if you planted the rest of your garden. So I just asked, how many of you are consistent on social media every day? And the mass majority of you are not. If we told the truth, probably about 90% of you are not. And when you are on social media, are you building engagement? So can I ask you a question? Do you think Mark Zuckerberg knew that he was sitting on a gold mine when he started Facebook? Do you think that Mark Zuckerberg knew that his idea of having a social gathering place for people was going to be a multi-billion-dollar business? And not only that, do you realize that the stock price on things like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Periscope, anywhere that people can connect just went up? The value of social media just went up. The value of the internet just went up. So everything that you know about social media is about to quadruple, if not 10x, if not 20x in a short amount of time. So I want to show you a social media tool that we use to stay consistent. Because the key to me being able to make millions of dollars online has been consistency. And many of you are so inconsistent and you wonder why your money is inconsistent. Your money is inconsistent because you are. So I want to show you something.
You can do that every day. 3-click marketing every day. They send you an email. You just
3 clicks a
do
day.
it. 3 clicks every day.
Be consistent.
You are branding
social
yourself.
media.
You're marketing yourself.
You get
You're
your
generating
blog
leads.
built.
And remember,
3 clicks.
this is content marketing. It doesn't happen
LinkedIn,
overnight.
Facebook,
You got to do it every day. You got to
3
stay
clicks.
consistent and persistent.
Send out emails.
Over
3
time
clicks.
is where you start picking up people.
And that's how you
Royalty.ai.
build your leads.
Okay. So
So I'm
paid advertising is the left side. Content. But I know how artificial. Okay, not only is that going to done self, you're
So I want to show you that every day I get a ping that says your social media post is ready. So I'm gonna go back and show you that. Every morning around 8:15, 9:15 Eastern time, I get an email that says, hey, good morning. Your social media posts for the day are ready. How many of you would hire a social media manager if you could? Go ahead and say me in the chat. How many of you would hire a social media manager if you could? Somebody to consistently post on your social media. Somebody to consistently put content out there that would bring people in. How many of you would hire somebody to help you build your list? How many of you even realize how important it is to build your list? So what if I showed you a tool that can help you do that in less than 5 minutes a day? Again, y'all, we're in a time period where everybody I know needs what I'm about to show you. Everybody I know needs what I'm about to show you. They need an online presence that they can build in less than 5 minutes. They need an email marketing plan that they can execute in less than 5 minutes. They need a social media plan that they can execute in less than 5 minutes. They need to be able to build a blog in less than 5 minutes. So what if I told you you could be consistent on social media and in less than 5 minutes a day, start to build your social media following? So watch this. Every day at 9:15, you get a post that says your Facebook post is ready. They suggest what you should be posting. I just say click your social marketing. Then it says, wait a minute, let me go back because I don't want you to miss anything. Because in fact, your Facebook post is ready. So now, when you get that suggested Facebook post, you can post it to LinkedIn, you can post it to Facebook, you can post it to Twitter. So in less than 90 seconds, you've posted to 3 different platforms. Can somebody say, wow? So not only do they find the content for you, and it's powered by artificial intelligence. So if you tell it what industry you're in, it's gonna find content that's relative to the target in that industry. The more you use it, the smarter it gets. But it's gonna give you content that's been proven to be successful on the internet. So you get the 8:15, it says your social media posts are ready. You post it to Facebook, post it to LinkedIn, you post it to Twitter. And your social marketing is done. It takes that same content and adds it to your blog. It takes that same exact content and says, do you want me to add it to your blog? And you say yes, and it's done. And then it takes that same information and says, do you want me to email it out to the people on your list? And when you say yes, it's done. I'm going to show you again how fast
right now, and it takes every bit of 27 seconds.
27 seconds. Your Facebook post is ready. Post it. Your social media marketing is done. Your blog is ready. Your email newsletter is ready. It's just that fast, you're done. Last night, I talked to individuals who are averaging. One lady started in January. She already has over 100 leads. One lady started in January, around the middle of January. She said she gets a couple of leads every other day. So let's just do the math. If you get a lead every other day, you're going to end up with about 180 leads just from here every year. How many of you don't even have 180 people on your list? List building is about engagement and consistency. So for those of you who understand how critical this is for those of you who understand how you're going to need this in your business. For those of you who understand how this is going to keep your money flowing, go to bit.ly/teamwinning2020 to sign up. This whole application is only $87 a month. And when you join, you have the opportunity to not only receive 50% back until March 31st, you also have the opportunity to become an affiliate and make money every time somebody signs up under you. So what did I just tell you? I just told you that in order for you to keep your money flowing, you got to look and be open to new opportunities. You got to ask questions. You've got to expand your territory. This software is going to let you be consistent on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. You've got to build your engagement. This software is going to do that for you. You got to know what the world needs right now. And right now, the world needs platforms and tools that they can get online quickly with. Once you sign up, you'll have your first landing page up in less than 5 minutes. It is so super quick. I'm going to come show you tomorrow. But once you go to that link and it asks you about your industry, just that fast. It's taken me days to get a landing page built. So you're going to have to move quickly. And then you got to understand that there's nothing to lose and everything to gain. Because the first thing you do when you see something new is you say, well, I don't know about that. What else do you have? Jobs are laying off people, sending people home at the speed of light. This internet is about to be the place to be. How many of you understand that? Sometimes you can look $1 million opportunity in the eye and not even realize it's $1 million opportunity. Do you guys understand? Because most of the people that I see on this broadcast have been on the internet for long enough to be a veteran. There are going to be so many people new to the internet looking for tools on how to get started. Do you realize that those 500, 600 people you're connected to, 1,000 people you're connected to are a gold mine? And that every single one of them is going to need this tool. Now you can do one or two things. You can start a watch party and tell them, come talk to me. They can sign up with me and I'll help them. Or you can get signed up with me and I can help you build your revenue. One or two things, guys. They need the tool. Don't starve people that need the tool. They need it. So are you going to utilize the tool yourself to make money? Come on now. Or are you going to send the people to me? I don't have a problem either way. We just said, be consistent. With what I just showed you, there's no way you couldn't be consistent. And last but not least, y'all, I don't feel bad playing to win. You want to be a millionaire, you got to be okay playing to win. When the rules change, guess what you have to do? You have to change the game. When the rules change, you have to change the game. You got to understand what the world needs right now. The world needs access to social media tools. The world needs access to social media revenue. The world needs access to things that are going to keep them entertained while they're quarantined. The world needs access to knowledge on how to bridge the gap between where we were before now and where we're about to go as a nation, as a people, as a world. Guys, this is an international money-making opportunity. All you got to do is say, Coach, let me in, I can play. Go to bit.ly/teamwinning2020 and get signed up. It's only $87 a month. And once you get signed up, you're going to get a 50% refund after signing up until March 31st. You've got to say to yourself, I'm willing to go look for my cheese. When we first started, I told you guys a story of this mouse, these two mice, and they were comfortable because every day, no matter what, they got fed. In this whole situation we're going through right now, there's a lot of ifs. There's a lot of variables. There's a lot of situations that could change your life. The one thing you don't want is to be hanging in the balance, not knowing where you're going to get your revenue from. So you've got to make a decision. Do you want to go look for your cheese, or do you want to remain comfortable? Are you open for new opportunities? Are you ready to expand your territory? Do you know what the world needs right now? Are you willing to move quickly? All I'm looking for is 5 people to say, yes, coach. I know that if you're doing it, it's a money-making opportunity. I know that the world is changing as we speak. And if I don't do something different, I may become extinct. I know, coach, that I need to be more consistent with my social media and that I need to expand my territory. And I understand that there is nothing to lose and everything to gain. And guys, if you understand that, go right now and get signed up, bit.ly/teamwinning2020. I'm going to be talking about this every day. I'll be back tomorrow at 4 talking about it. I'll be here every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. talking about it. Wednesday and Fridays at 4 p.m. talking about it. Guys, don't miss the opportunity to catch the money boat. You got to keep your money flowing. I don't care what business you're in. You cannot rely on a stimulus from the government. Create your own stimulus. Did somebody skim what I said? I said create your own stimulus. Create your own revenue. Create your own opportunities. Don't keep waiting on somebody to deliver cheese to you. All right, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the other side. I'm going to get out of here. My team's going to be right back with International Women's Day. Guys, listen to the words coming out of my mouth. We are entering into times that are unheard of. These are unheard of, unprecedented times. You cannot sit back and wait for things to change or for the situation to be ruled in your favor or for the pendulum to swing your way. You've got to learn some new skills on generating revenue. You got to learn how to save yourself and your family. You got to learn how to move yourself to the next level. And you can't sit back and wait. All right, love you guys. Thank you guys for attending. And again, I'm looking to see my team grow. bit.ly/teamwinning2020. Get signed up so you can be the next wave of technology. When everybody else is looking to get online, you're going to have what they